Today is Monday, May 10th. My name is Jennifer Heidinga, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from 1 Timothy. Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather, train yourself to be godly, for physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. 1 Timothy 4 verses 7 and 8. Instant gratification is both a societal problem and a spiritual problem. We want what we want when we want it. In our relationships, material possessions, solutions to our problems, and even our spirituality. We want a quick fix. We also often find ourselves in a place of busyness, whether through make-busy activities such as social media habits, or through work, volunteering, or any other number of things in our lives that we remain focused on. The problem is that often these busy places keep us from doing what we could be doing instead, like training in godliness. Godliness involves a devotion to a Godward focus in our lives and seeking to do that which is pleasing to Him. But being godly is not a natural inclination of the human heart. Paul in Romans 7 verses 18 and 19 says, "For I know that good itself does not dwell in me, that is, in my sinful nature. For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out. For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing." Paul tells Timothy in today's verse to train himself to be godly. It takes dedication, and it means letting go of those things in our lives that would hinder that training. There are many things of value in this life. One such thing is physical activity. Sports and fitness tones and strengthens our body, improves circulation and strengthens our heart. These are all good things, but they are not lasting things. These are only valuable as long as we continue to live in this tent of the flesh in this world. But training in godliness is unlike physical training. Godliness trains not only our body, but our spirit as well. This type of training lasts into eternity. Even when our earthly body is no more, our spirit will live on. Over the coming weeks, I'm going to be walking through practices of spiritual disciplines, training in godliness. The spiritual disciplines aren't some rigid form of religious piety. If we view them as such, they will likely have little effect on our lives as a whole, because a life that is pleasing to God does not involve a series of religious duties, but rather an intimate and abiding relationship with God. Joy is a focus of the disciplines, and a liberty from slavery to fear and self-interest. Spiritual disciplines are not only for those who we expect to lead more godly lives, pastors, church leadership, or the prayer warrior in the church. The disciplines are within the reach of any believer, new or seasoned. They allow us to be learning and growing up into a deeper relationship with God our whole lives through. Thomas Merton says, "We do not want to be beginners, but let us be convinced of the fact that we will never be anything else but beginners all our life." The disciplines are not difficult, and in fact are best practiced by everyday people who go to work and school, who care for children, wash dishes, and mow their lawns. That includes all of us. Disciplines are best practiced in the context of our relationships and our day-to-day lives. All that is required is a longing for God and the things of God, a longing to live a godly life that pleases God. As we choose to make good decisions in our lives and to do that which pleases God instead of pleasing our own sinful nature and selfish inclinations, we will also develop a more intimate knowledge of and relationship with Christ. As we continue training in godliness, we will live more and more in obedience to the direction and guidance of the Holy Spirit in our lives. As you journey on, may the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors. Test, test.